Right, welcome to another NZ on Cars car review. We have a little beauty this time. It's the Hyundai IONIQ 6. Okay, the looks on this IONIQ 6 aren't to everyone's taste. It's a little bit different. It's really different. It's sort of grown on me, to be perfectly honest. The back I don't like as much as the front. But we've got the LED projection headlights up here, nice and bright. Air vents. Got little vents down here that open up when the electric motors need a little bit extra cooling. These vents open up as you're driving along and give it a bit more cooling. Awesome looking wheels here. We've got 245 40 20 tyres. They great low profile tyres which really help with the handling of this car. Here are the digital wing mirrors, rearview mirrors. They project to a little screen in there, so they look really funky. I love the look of them. Little pop out handles, open the door with that. They go in, they go out. In, out, in, out. Okay. The electrical refueling plug thingy goes in there. Even that's automatic. The back of the IONIQ 6 here, they call it the Streamliner. It's the style that they've gone for on this. Is very streamlined. Looks like a squatting duck, to be perfectly honest. The brake light, got an LED brake light up in here. LED tail lights go right across the back. It's yes, very different. It's not to everyone's taste. I find it very strange looking, and it's taken me a while, but I am warming to it. I am warming. It's certainly warming more than the weather is at the moment. No, great little car. Alright, let's check out the back seat room. This is quite impressive. I like this. And here, huge amount of room, huge amount of leg space. We should have a table in the back of this because there's room for it. It's an amazing space. Headroom's a bit cramped. A few shorter people actually tend to hit their heads on it, which is interesting, but the low roofline unfortunately is to blame for that. But it's plenty of space. It's not cramped at all. 3 full-size adults can fit in there comfortably, and we've got 2 USB-C charging ports as well. Extremely handy. And we've got the LED accent lighting in the back here in the pockets. Don't know if you can see them on the camera very well. Yet another thing, even for the back seat passengers, we have heated rear seats. For the 2 outer ones at least. That's cool. And the passenger side. Again, heaps of room and leg room in the back. No shortage of leg room in the front as well. Huge amount of space. Extremely comfortable place to sit. I like this car. Glove box. Very interesting glove box. Slides out. It's not huge, but interesting how it slides in and out instead of up and down like a lot of them do. Storage space under the center console down here. Cool amount of storage space. My only gripe with this is we've got LED accent lighting everywhere else. We should have some under here to light that up. It would look really cool. Now the boot, not a massive boot, but it's not bad either. Got a storage compartment under here for the charger and a first aid kit. There's a tyre repair kit. But it's not a bad space. It goes back quite a way, and the seats fold down. That gives you a fair whack of load space in there. It's not very deep, but it's still a good, decent, usable space. Right, the all-important water bottle test. Door pocket. No, that's not happening. There is a spot there for a bottle, but it had to be a very thin one. That's annoying. Certainly fits in the cup holders very well. And there, not really. Okay, you've got that, of course, and their door pocket. Door pocket. No. Glove box. Oh, it fits in there quite nicely. That's cool. Oh, and of course, there is a ton of space in there. In the back, we have it in the door, but no, it doesn't fit in there. Got the pocket in the back of the front seat there. There's a little spot there, but that won't fit. But we do have that. It just fits in there. Cool. Not surprisingly, it fits in the boot. And fits in there with the charger quite nicely. No EV would be complete without a 250 volt power point. That's extremely handy. 250 volt power point's really handy if you want to do your nails. So yeah, that little PowerPoint thing would be extremely handy if you are camping. And if you are camping, there are other options. This has the optional extra of the 5S power supply system, where you can take this thing camping out in the middle of nowhere and you can run appliances off it. You can run a toaster, a kettle, a little fridge, TV if you want to, PlayStation. You can run all of that from your car while you're camping. Incredible technology. So we've got a cool little key here, and it's got these buttons on the side. Took me a little bit to figure out what they were all about. So what we have here, these buttons, so we can lock the car, we can start the car remotely, which I think it has now. It's electric, we can't hear it. But we've got these buttons here, we can move the car as well. So if you are in a tight parking spot and you can't get in your door, you can move the car out of the parking spot so you can climb in. This is extremely handy. A little fun little party trick too if you want to surprise someone. That car's moving, no one's in it. And of course, if it gets too close to an obstacle, it will stop itself before it hits it. Crazy cool feature. Here we go on the business end. Got the ease of access seat where it goes back to make it easier to get in and out of the car. You can turn that off, and it has different settings as well. But on front here we've got so many buttons. We've got all your cruise control functions here, audio control, phone control, all of that. Interesting thing is the gear lever, the gear change selector is here. Put it into drive, put it into reverse, and put it into park. That's interesting. We've got the indicator lever, the headlight things here. It takes a lot of getting used to be honest. Usually you're grabbing it over here, but I had to reverse out of a driveway and the car was coming around the corner, so I wanted to reverse out of the drive and I wanted to flick it into drive really quickly. What I ended up doing was flicking the headlights off instead. So, yeah, that's interesting. It takes a bit of getting used to. Storage up the front here, we've got a couple of cup holders. We have wireless phone charge, all your buttons here. Got a nice storage compartment in here with two USB-C charging ports there. Got a USB one here for connecting to Android Auto. Performance-wise, the IONIQ 6 is quite impressive, to be honest. The dual motors have a combined total of 239 kilowatts output and 605 newton meters of torque. That's a lot of torque. I would like to demonstrate it. If the camera person can hold the camera still, let's just see what the acceleration is actually like. And that is just in normal mode. That wasn't even in sport mode. You'll have to excuse that beeping. It has a thing. Yeah, so many gadgets on this car is insane. You could spend hours just sitting in your car, in your driveway or in your garage, just playing with all the features. But one of the features is it reads the road signs, tells you what the speed limit is, and it will beep if you go over it. So I'll go over it now briefly. So it does that every time you go over the speed limit. A lot of people will. You're in a 50k zone, most people will travel about 55, but you shouldn't, of course. So we'll sit down, back down to 50. Then you can just use the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, which is very clever. We've got the lane guidance, which steers the car and keeps it within the lanes, and that's just a button on the steering wheel. You can switch that on and off. So many features, it's crazy. Got a really cool home screen here. You've got your maps, but you've got this one here, shows you your battery remaining, shows you navigation, what your media you're playing, which we're not because I'm using my phone to record this. There's so many options on this car. We'll park somewhere and go through some of it. So yeah, the rain sensing wipe is very, very good. Very handy to have, especially with the way our year has been here in 2023, where I don't think it has stopped raining for very long at all. I don't think we've had a day we've had no rain. I think we had about a week at most. Side mirrors, you've got your side mirrors on most cars. It does not have them. We have cameras with screens. They are seriously cool, futuristic, space age kind of thing. Love it, absolutely love it. Takes a lot of getting used to, of course. It's been a couple of days now since I picked the car up. And when I picked it up, they said, it'll take you a few days to get used to it. And I thought, got down the road and I thought, no, I'm used to it already. No, I'm still on day 3 and I'm still looking out there at the camera thinking it's a mirror. I've got to look at this. And it is very good. If I put an indicator on, it will come up with these lines here. If you're changing lanes, it gives you these lines to show you where the safe space is to change lanes into. Anything outside that orange line, if it's inside that orange line, do not change lanes. If it's behind that orange line, you are safe. Super cool technology. Super, super cool. The lighting in here, we've got lighting, got ambient lighting on the dashboard here. It's in all the door pockets, not really showing up at the moment. And you got a huge amount of color combinations on it. If I change drive mode, I put it in sport, it just goes red. Green, good for eco, and put it back in normal. But sport's cool. I like red, it looks cool. Even on the steering wheel, you've got lights on the steering wheel here. They will also change. They look really cool. Good sport, that's nice. So, and these will flash and do all sorts of things as well, depending on what you are doing. That color combinations for that ambient lighting, you have 68,000 color combinations. You can have different colors in the pockets, and here it has all sorts of preset colors, but it also has fully customizable colors. You can put your own colors on it. 68,000 combinations. The only feature I would like there is if you could have it where it was randomly scrolling through the colors all by itself. Now that would be a cool feature to have. But other than that, can't really complain, to be perfectly honest. Amazing sound system. Amazing sound system. It's got a Bose stereo system, speakers everywhere, and the doors up here. It's incredibly clear, crystal clear, no distortion, as you would expect from a Bose system. Okay, the instrument cluster in front of the driver here is seriously cool. It goes dark at night. It goes dark colors, which is nice. You can change that. You can have it dark all the time if you want. But you got these cool graphics here, and if you change it to sport mode, it gives you a different picture, and it shows you when you are charging the battery, or if you're using it. This is your speed over here, a little graph. Cool little designs. So you change it. You've got eco, different pattern there, different one there for normal, and then back into sport. And also we have head-up display on the windscreen. Only the driver can see it, and it's right in front of you on the windscreen there. That's cool. Gives you everything you want, all your navigation, speed, obviously, your cruise control system, all of that info is up there, and that looks really cool. On the info screen here, there's so many functions. Got all sorts of stuff we can do on here. Go to settings, go to vehicle. We've got so many settings here. Lighting, ambient lighting. So in the ambient lighting, we've got so many color options. Got dual color, where the lower pocket is different to the rest of the ambient lighting. You have any color you want there, and you can set custom colors. And this is where you've got 68,000 color combinations. You can choose whatever you like to go in there. It is insane. But my personal one is linking it to drive mode, where it changes the color given the drive mode that you're in. I like that. And that way, if you do switch it to sport mode, your passengers won't get a fright, because they will see that change colour. You've got theme settings here, where you can have it automatic. It goes dark at night, or you can make it dark yourself now if you want, or you can have it always white, which will be a pain in the butt at night. And you can schedule the time of when to do it. But well, I like the black setting, but having it automatic is probably the no-brainer, to be honest. Oh, hello. What was that? Cluster theme. Link to drive mode. You can change that. You can change that as well if you like. It's over here. It's just so much. So crazy. You can have different user profiles set up. Obviously, I've set mine up there, and you can have different users. Have a guest, and one driver and two driver. Okay, being the top spec one, we also have a sunroof. Not that we have a sun, so yeah. So hopefully one day in the future we will have a summer where we can actually use that. And it closes up nicely like that, and a little cover comes along. Nice. Okay, interior lighting is also very cool in here. Space age, look at that there, and then nice little soft touch for the individual lights. It's nice. Right, the IONIQ 6, it starts off at just under 80,000k. The top of the line model that we're testing here is the dual motor 4-wheel drive, with all the bells and whistles and then some. That is a little over $125,000. It seems like a lot of money, but to be honest, you get a hell of a lot of car for it. I love it. I'm looking at possibly going to rob a bank tomorrow, because I want this car. If I could, I'd top my mortgage up to go and buy it. It is an incredible machine. A good sized family car as well, because there's plenty of room in the back for the family. And the economy is just insane. Alright, the range is pretty impressive too. 519 kilometers claimed for this top of the line 4-wheel drive one. You can get 614 on the 2-wheel drive model, which is an impressive range. Seriously. It says here on a standard PowerPoint 7-hour charge. I plugged it in at home last night, and it said it had 48 hours to charge. Yeah, so I don't know. It might have something to do with where I'm plugging it in at home. I don't know. It was going to be crazy. I took it off after 14 hours and it still had 20-something hours to go. So you definitely, ideally, have a fast charger at home if you had this car. You'd charge it in just a few hours. In fact, a quick charge with a fast charging wall plug, you can charge up to 80% in about 25 minutes. So that would be definitely the way to go.